One of the most common mistakes seniors make when decluttering is diving in without a clear plan. It's tempting to grab a box and start tossing things, but without a strategy, the process can quickly become overwhelming. A lack of planning often leads to burnout, frustration, and ironically even more clutter as items get shuffled around without being sorted properly. The fix? Create a simple yet effective plan before you start. Begin by defining your goals. Are you downsizing, making space for new hobbies, or just simplifying your life? Next, tackle one room at a time, and within each room, focus on smaller areas, like a single closet or cabinet. Make a checklist of categories: keep, donate, sell, or discard, to streamline decision-making. Additionally, set a realistic timeline with manageable sessions instead of trying to do everything in one weekend. Planning not only makes the process less stressful, but also more rewarding as you see steady progress. By breaking the task into smaller steps, you'll build momentum and stay motivated. Remember, decluttering is a marathon, not a sprint. The key is consistency and celebrating each small win along the way. Another common mistake seniors make when decluttering is keeping items just in case. They might need them someday. From stacks of old Tupperware lids without matching containers to clothes that haven't been worn in years, these just-in-case items quickly accumulate and fill up valuable space. The truth is, more often than not, these items never see the light of day again. To fix this, adopt the 6-month rule. If you haven't used it in the past 6 months and can't foresee a concrete situation where you'll need it soon, it's time to let it go. For clothes, a helpful trick is the hanger test. Reverse your hangers at the start of the season and only switch them back when you wear something. By the end of the season, you'll clearly see what you don't wear. For other items, consider the 20/20 rule. If you can replace it for less than $20 in less than 20 minutes, you probably don't need to hold on to it. Letting go of just-in-case items isn't just about clearing space. It's about embracing a mindset of simplicity and freedom. Once you start releasing these things, you'll find it easier to breathe and appreciate what truly matters in your home. For seniors, sentimental items often pose the biggest challenge when decluttering. From boxes of old letters and photographs to heirlooms and childhood mementos, these objects hold memories and emotions that make them hard to part with. The problem is, when everything is sentimental, nothing truly stands out. Sentimental clutter can overshadow the items that genuinely mean the most to you, making your space feel crowded and chaotic. The fix? Focus on quality over quantity. Choose a few truly meaningful items that represent the best memories and let go of the rest. For photos and letters, consider digitizing them to preserve the memories without keeping the physical clutter. Create a memory box, a small designated space for keepsakes that you want to revisit occasionally. Setting limits forces you to be intentional about what you keep, ensuring that each item has real significance. For heirlooms that you don't use or display, think about passing them on to family members who would appreciate them now rather than keeping them packed away. By curating your sentimental collection, you can create a space that honors your memories without overwhelming your home. Decluttering isn't just a physical task, it's an emotional journey, especially for seniors who have spent decades accumulating belongings that are tied to memories, milestones, and even identities. One of the most common mistakes is underestimating the emotional toll that letting go of possessions can have. Items like wedding gifts, children's toys, or souvenirs from past travels often carry significant sentimental weight, making the decluttering process feel overwhelming and even paralyzing. The fix? Approach decluttering with compassion and give yourself permission to feel the emotions that come up. Start with easier, less emotionally charged items to build confidence and momentum. Create a maybe box for things you're not ready to part with immediately. Revisit it after a few months and see if you still feel the same attachment. Enlist a supportive friend or family member who can provide encouragement without judgment. Additionally, focus on the positive emotions associated with decluttering: the relief of clear spaces, the joy of donating to those in need, and the freedom of living with less. Acknowledging and preparing for the emotional side of decluttering helps transform it from a stressful task into a meaningful journey of self-discovery and renewal. A common mistake many seniors make is holding on to multiple versions of the same item, whether it's kitchen gadgets, linens, or tools. out of a fear of running out or just not realizing how much has accumulated over the years. The problem is, duplicates quickly add up, occupying valuable storage space and making it harder to find and appreciate the things you actually use. A drawer full of 5-can openers or a closet stuffed with identical bed sheets can create clutter that feels both overwhelming and unnecessary. The fix: take a simple inventory of your home, one category at a time. Gather all similar items in one spot and make intentional choices about what to keep. Ask yourself, how many do I truly need? For most items, 1 or 2 reliable versions are plenty. For frequently used items, like kitchen utensils or towels, keep a few spares and donate or discard the rest. For rarely used items, consider borrowing or renting when needed instead of keeping backups. Establish a one-in, one-out rule to prevent new duplicates from creeping in. By eliminating unnecessary backups, you'll reclaim space and make your home more organized and functional. One of the sneakiest decluttering mistakes seniors make is avoiding difficult decisions by creating maybe piles that never get revisited. It feels like a safe middle ground. Not committing to keeping something but not letting it go either. However, these piles often become permanent fixtures, adding to the overall clutter and making it harder to find what you actually need. The fix: limit yourself to a single small maybe box and set a strict deadline for revisiting it, no longer than 3 to 6 months. When that time is up, go through the box and make definitive decisions about each item. Keep, donate, or discard. If you haven't needed or thought about something during that period, is a strong sign it can go. To make decision-making easier in the moment, ask yourself powerful questions like, does this item serve a purpose in my current life? Or would I buy this again today? Use a timer when decluttering to keep momentum and avoid overthinking. By setting clear rules for maybe items, you'll prevent clutter from creeping back in and build confidence in your decision-making skills. As we age, accessibility and safety become increasingly important, yet many seniors overlook these factors when decluttering. Keeping heavy items on high shelves, storing essentials in hard-to-reach places, or maintaining cluttered hallways can pose serious risks of trips, falls, or injury. Additionally, outdated or hard-to-operate appliances and devices can create daily frustrations. The fix: as you declutter, adopt a safety-first mindset. Start by assessing high-risk areas like stairs, kitchens, and bathrooms. Move heavy or frequently used items to waist-level shelves to avoid straining or reaching. Create clear, unobstructed pathways and consider installing grab bars in bathrooms for added security. Replace old, cumbersome tools or appliances with simpler, ergonomic alternatives that are easier to handle. For medications, organize them in clearly labeled containers to prevent mix-ups. If downsizing to a smaller home, prioritize spaces that are single-level and wheelchair accessible. By making these adjustments, you're not just decluttering, you're creating a safer, more comfortable living environment that supports your independence and well-being. A final but critical mistake seniors often make when decluttering is not having a clear plan for dealing with unwanted items. Without a strategy, boxes of to donate or to sell can linger for months, turning into a new form of clutter. Good intentions alone won't clear the space. Action is essential. The fix? Decide in advance where each category of unwanted items will go. For donations, research local charities, shelters, or senior centers that accept household goods, clothes, and furniture. Many organizations offer free pickup services, making it easy to move things out quickly. For items with monetary value, consider consignment shops, online marketplaces, or even a yard sale. Setting a firm deadline, like 2 weeks, to move items out of the house prevents them from sticking around. For things that can't be donated or sold, arrange for a bulk trash pickup or a junk removal service to handle the disposal responsibly. As an added incentive, focus on the positive impact. Your donations can benefit those in need, and your decluttered space can improve your own quality of life. With a clear plan in place, you'll transform the decluttering process from a daunting task into a meaningful achievement that leaves your home and your mind feeling lighter.